everyone, and welcome to Burning Down the House with Jacob. That's me, I'm Jacob. And today I'm going to show everyone I wouldn't really say the proper way, but just a way to prepare corned beef. You can usually have this with cabbage that's been boiled or steamed. I'm not going to go into the cabbage this time, but just know that you can boil or steam your cabbage and add it into the corned beef whenever it's finished. So let's get into our ingredients. Well, basically the base for any soup works with the base for the corned beef. But I'm adding a couple of things just to make it, a little better in my opinion. Your vegetable ingredients, we have potatoes, leeks, carrots, and onions. And you probably will need about, I'd say 6 normal sized potatoes, depending on the size of your slow cooker. Mine's a little larger, but we have a 3-pound corned beef sitting behind me waiting, to go in. I wanted to, show all this part. But of course you will need beef broth, and you'll need probably 4, maybe 5. I have 6 over here. I doubt I will use them all. I may. But now for spices, regular salt, of course pepper. Then we have some seasoned salt, basil, ground cinnamon, and of course everyone's favorite, garlic powder. And those you just need to sprinkle over before you put in the brisket, and then put broth on top of that, because it will flavor the corned beef so much better being underneath it. And then you'll add a little bit of whatever you like on top after you get all the broth in there and everything covered. So far we have the potatoes, carrots, leeks, and onions are just a couple, just in one little layer on top of there. And I have sprinkled a little bit of every spice that I pointed out onto what's in there right now. But this is the corned beef, which will go right there on top of the veggies. Now, every raw corned beef will come with a little packet of seasoning that they provide for you. It's not a bad idea to use this. All I do is pretty much sprinkle it on top of the meat. Of course, it won't stay there once you start putting broth in and everything. Just give it a little pat down to maybe get a couple of those seeds and everything on there. Now, from here, I don't have the heat on yet. I usually wait until I have the first container of broth in there, and then I will turn the heat on. Now we're going to add this, and you'll want to get it all around. And see, right when you put a little bit of broth on top of the meat, there goes all that seasoning, but that's okay, it's still in there. Now I am going to put this right now on high. Now, of course, all the veggies that I chopped up a little bit ago, just so that you could have an example of everything that was chopped up. Go ahead and throw all that in. Now, I am going to chop up another potato or two and a little bit of carrots and onions, so that everything, because you want to fill up your slow cooker with your veggies along with your meat, because it'll make the meat taste better and everything will just be delicious when it turns out. Alrighty, so we have all of our veggies in with the corned beef, and we are going to add what broth we need to add in order to get, because you gotta have everything covered. So, oh, almost, almost.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Well, you can try covering it.
We will, because I can get it all the way up to the top. That's the nice thing about this slow cooker. What the? Now, after adding the broth, you can go ahead and sprinkle all your spices on top. Now be easy with your cinnamon because you don't want it to go crazy. And cinnamon...
He says that after sprinkling like tons of cinnamon on the...
Well, you gotta think about how much broth is in here too.
Okay.
That will distribute it.
Why don't you just get a big ol' spoon of cinnamon and just take it down your throat like Glozell. Like...
Yeah, I'm not as crazy as Glozell.
But Glozell's amazing. So.
Oh, she is. I love her. But not that crazy. Alrighty. All that in there. And you put the cover on. It is on high, and we will be cooking the corned beef for anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. So, we will set a timer. It's exactly 12:01 right now. So we know that 8:01 at the very least is when we will be done cooking. Now, I did want to point one thing out. I know normally I start with a lot of ingredients and I make something. It's like a meal kind of creation kind of thing. This is more showing you how to prepare corned beef, because I'm not really making it per se. I'm just chopping a lot of the vegetables and putting the meat in with broth. And that's not really truly making a recipe, but
there's people
works.
like me who are stupid and wouldn't know how to do that, so.
But in about 8 hours, we will come back and hopefully everything will be cooked to perfection.
One eternity later.
Hello, we're back. As you can see, the sun has gone down, so we are here 8.5 hours later. This is the beautiful corned beef as it has come out, and everything looks really nicely. And I did slice it up a little bit because Michael needs dinner, because Michael has to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to
Dinner
work.
is right here. How is it?
Delicious.
Okay.
Now I did prepare some mashed potatoes besides that, but not something that we have done yet, but I will eventually get to that on another episode. So anyway, there you have it. If you have any questions about ingredients or procedures or anything, just leave it in the comments under the video.